Hey y'all, okay, so I'm getting real results here. Working out with LASHAE Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and taking my ISOT, y'all. I am really getting it in. Y'all can get these booty bands, y'all can get cute little workout outfits and everything from teamlashae.com. The link is down below in the description box. Okay, check out these results right here. Get into it. Y'all should also check out Waist Knot Beads. She sent me these and I really love them. But yes, y'all, get onto this ISOT. I know they tell y'all it's a scam, but it's not. Like, look at me. And let's not forget about Omiyage. Get you some. Come on now. Get all moisturized and such. Let your natural hair live.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another Married at First Sight review. All right, y'all. It's been a little situation trying to get this situated for this video, okay? There's a new microphone. I'm using a bigger camera, which is, my viewfinder is no longer above the camera. It's now on the side of the camera. So I'm always having to check myself and then I'm like back to the camera. So it's an adjustment. You know, I know y'all don't care about that, but I need to get it out so that I can get my words together. Okay, so there's a little bit of an intro, but Married at First Sight, y'all. Okay, so Bennett and Amelia. Bennett and Amelia know each other. That's what we found out last week. Okay, these two quirky, geeky, seemingly musty people have decided to come together and marry each other, and they didn't even know that they knew each other already. They met at a party. They have a mutual friend, and so yes, Amelia seems to be very happy about it. At first, I wasn't sure how Bennett felt, but yeah, as the night goes on, more and more we understand that this is an ideal match. Like, ideal. So they do like the whole presentation of who the other person is. Y'all know I'm not going through that with y'all, okay? That's just like way too much. But all in all, they're both weird and goofy, and this is going to work, all right? Then they kiss. The kiss was good. I was like, okay, this is very promising, all right? After that, they talked. They've actually met twice before, not just once, because of the mutual friend. Amelia came with the mutual friend, Mary, to a performance that Bennett was a part of because Bennett's in a band, okay? They both like music, like this is just gonna work. This feels really good, okay? And he says he was feeling her the last time that he met her, but he was in a relationship, so yeah, and he isn't often attracted to people, but there's a definite spark there. And I'm just like, yay. Oh my God, I'm invested. I'm invested. The next couple is Christina and Henry. Y'all, they are both extremely awkward and weird. And it's speculated that Henry may be, not necessarily sexually attracted to Christina. Christina is really obnoxious and uptight, and they're both kind of sort of exhausting to watch because it's like cringeworthy almost. Do you know what I mean? Is it just me? Comment down below. Was it just me, or is it cringeworthy to you as well? Okay, so his dad, Henry's dad, is hilarious. Okay, he is definitely like an old school New Orleans man. Like, he definitely is from New Orleans. Like, there's an accent that even white people have down here. And yeah, I appreciate it. The dad feels like he couldn't have possibly had such a quiet, good looking son. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I guess. In the eye of the beholder. I'm not saying I don't see it, but personality is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? And I have yet to see such a thing come out of Henry. So when Christina is getting ready to walk into the ceremony, she's acting like a bitch. And they asked her to do another diary cam. And she's like, I'm about to walk in. I'm really nervous. I'm so excited. Done. And it was just kind of like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. You just turned it on and turned it off just like that, didn't you? Yeah, this is one of those relationships that's probably not gonna pan out. Like, that's just the vibe I'm getting. So she's rude. She's rude to her mom. She's rude to her bridesmaids. She's just rude. And I'm not appreciative of the energy of it all. Like, this is supposed to be granted scary moment, but a happy moment nonetheless. And your energy is just foul. I'll say it like that. Foul, okay? She wants to just get it over with. And it's just kind of like, girl, life is a journey. Calm down. So when the lady, the officiant, starts to read about, Christina, Henry's mouth is twitching. And oh my God, you guys, it's just terrible. And then when they finally say, about Henry, that he will take her to all the Taylor Swift concerts that her heart desires, all of a sudden things lighten up, just like, oh, you're that excited. And then we find out that he will love her like Tom Brady loves Giselle. He's a huge fan of Tom Brady. I'm not a fan. So they kiss. And she's the one that, leans in to make sure that the kiss is happening. He didn't really lean that much. And I feel like that might be a representation of the ongoing relationship. Him not leaning in as much as she is. When they talk after and she does her interviews, she doesn't even remember his name. It's a lot going on. I get it. At least commit the name to memory, ma'am. Like, geez. She says that he isn't the guy that she would normally date. But here we are. And I feel like it's probably not the guy you normally date because you don't pick that well. Probably. I'm guessing. But yeah, she's coming off very vapid. Let's continue on. So the wedding photo shoots are cute, but Amelia and Bennett take the cake, all right, during this episode. The first dances are similar. It's awkward with Henry and Christina, and it's just adorable. Okay, and you can't stop smiling watching Amelia and Bennett. Like, whatever. Like the juxtaposition between the two couples is just hilarious. So Woody and Amani are really kissing and enjoying each other during the whole little wedding situation. Like during the reception, they've been drinking, everybody's been eating, they're having a good time, and they are definitely feeling each other's energy, okay? Karen is still not sure about Miles, and I feel like at this point no one can be really sure about anyone, but it's about attraction and are you going to truly commit to the process and go all in versus still being apprehensive to a noticeable degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're obviously uncomfortable, and it's just questionable about whether you were the type of person that should have went through with something like this, I guess. Like, I'm not upset at Karen because I feel like everybody's not going to take like Amani and Woody or Bennett and Amelia, and that's fine. There needs to be some middle ground, and this is the beginning. Like, y'all just met each other. Of course, you should be apprehensive, but there's an energy that she's giving, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm not sure, but something doesn't feel right about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what he does, this just may not work out. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be tough because he's such a nice guy. You want this to work out for him, So at the reception, Bennett's mom gives a great speech about apologizing for throwing things in the garbage. That's the type of person that Bennett is, and that is what she hoped for the woman he would choose to marry. And yeah, Amelia definitely seems like the type of person to have reference for inanimate objects. I understand. And then Henry Dad is, hilarious in New Orleans, and he does a really good speech. It circled the airport, but his accent and tone of voice brings it home. Miles talks to Karen's mom, okay? She's still worried about his intentions, and I'm just kind of like, so what do you assume? A man that wants to marry a woman on first sight is someone who's there to play games? Like, what do you assume when this is exactly like the thing that you're normally trying to see if they're going to commit to is what they have come into the situation committing to off rip? So what exactly are you worried might happen? At worst, they just may not fit and it may not work out. But that does not mean that, your daughter is going to be put in harm's way because of it. So, I just don't know what the worries really are, at this point. So she also talks to his parents. His dad is giving her the real. I like the dad. And he says that Miles is a genuine and trifling young man. And I'm like, oh, it sounds like a lyric. Henry at the reception is talking to Christina, and he has 3 homegirls that come over, and there's some haters. specifically one who says that she's not going to respect their marriage. She's going to respect the relationship, but not the marriage. And I'm just like, I hope that the liquor is talking right now, and you're going to feel bad about this when you watch it. But something tells me that you may still, feel however you felt during this drunken moment whenever you're sober and watching this on national television. And if so, you should be embarrassed either way. Like, this is just sad. Like, if you wanted to be with Henry, why you wasn't with Henry? Because Henry don't want to be with you, or because you don't really want to be with Henry? Whatever the case is, all of this is unnecessary. Okay, their relationship isn't going to work out for its own reasons. It doesn't need the extra. It doesn't need the extra. Brett's family really likes Olivia, and I feel like it would be hard for them not to. Brett is tanking with Olivia's family at first because he's always trying to be funny, and when people are funny trying to be funny like that in serious moments, it makes you feel as if they may actually be speaking truth and trying to pretend as if it's a joke. But when he talks about how comfortable he feels around Olivia, and how he's happy that they both have cats, and how he loves animals, I think people are seeing there's a side of Brett that's under there that really jives with the person that Olivia is. It's about whether he is ready, whether he's like, actually going to commit to her and to this relationship, or whether he's gonna fall into what's comfortable for him, and that's to be a jackass. So we'll see. We'll see. Woody talks to Amani's father and her stepfather, which are like her two dads. They both, are active participants in her life, which is such a blessing. I often tell y'all about how even in New Orleans, sometimes when families break apart, a lot of girls in New Orleans still have like relationships with their daddies. Like, even though there are some who don't get me wrong, like in a lot of, black communities, but I feel like there are a large number of black girls in New Orleans that, they daddies is there. Like, they daddies is around. Like, like literally walking around the neighborhood at all times of the day. They can find their daddy, okay? Their daddy is coming over at some point throughout the day. But because Woody didn't have that, he is very appreciative of the opportunity to blend into her family and have two father figures himself, seeing as though his father is not involved in his life. Now, I wasn't sure whether the daddy was dead or he wasn't involved, but he said he ain't involved. So, that's sad. Like I said, it happens, but I just knew a lot of girls growing up who you would think, like people wasn't together, but they pa was always like standing outside the school with a hat on. You ready to walk home? So at the end of the day, whatever works. Amani talks to Woody's groomsmen, and they talk about how clean he is. And I was just like, oh man, I remember what that was like. You give up some things. It's fine. But, clean people are always a plus. Whenever somebody says how clean somebody's house is, I always think that it's clean and cold. I don't know why, but those two things go together to me. Like, people who, like, really want their house to be clean, their house be cold as hell, too. Like, they trying to kill bacteria or some shit. So, Bennett is totally into Amelia's armpit hair. Okay, that's awesome. He thinks it's a sign of liberation, and it's all good. He's turned on by all of these things. Okay, he's loving Amelia. Okay, and I like it. Amelia does a Fatsi tradition, which I think the Fatsi, I think that's some type of like gypsy type of community. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but that's the vibe I get. Involves the groom catching a swinging egg in his mouth for good luck, that the wife is like, pitching in his mouth with the string. So I was just like, how does this work exactly? But he ends up catching it. He does catch it. And he eats it, which she thought was disgusting but amazing. He ate a raw egg for her. I was just like, yeah, that was a little gross, but it's all about the grand gestures, isn't it? Yes, it is. So of course, in true New Orleans fashion, everybody has the same umbrellas to second line out with. And the only people who, really look like they were involved are the people that y'all expected to be involved. Amani and Woody, okay, knew exactly what the hell was going on. Child, Henry and Christina's line, like, even the way they was throwing the handkerchiefs in the air was offbeat. Like, it's just, it was just really, it was an ending to a culmination of awkward, weird-ass moments. So, yeah, It was befitting. How about that? It was befitting. So it's the wedding night and they all go back to their hotel rooms. Woody and Imani, to me, they look like they about to smash. They get in the bed like they not gonna smash, but to me, it looked like they was about to smash. We know Karen and Miles are not gonna smash. Olivia and Brett might possibly smash. Like, there's enough of a sexual chemistry there that might happen. Henry and Christina, I'm surprised they're gonna sleep in the same bed, to be honest. Karen does get a little foot massage out of Miles, though. She's like, do you do foot rubs? And he rubbed her feet and she was really enjoying it, So I was like, child, massaging is a good way to get to it. Like, if anybody knows anything, you massage somebody, like, especially like full body massages, like there's always this part where eventually the inner thigh massage gets out of hand. And it is now what it was, okay? What it was supposed to be from the beginning. So I feel like, massages work out, so he should definitely be okay with, rubbing the feet or whatever else is going on. But she says she's definitely attracted to him. I'm like, you should be. Like, it would be really unfortunate if you would not, because I would wonder what you were attracted to. So Bennett and Amelia talk, lay in the bed all night and talk. That's what he wanted, and that's what they did. And they really enjoy each other's company, and it was lovely. Like, for lack of a better term, lovely is what comes to mind about the experience that a lot of the couples had. All right, y'all, that was Married at First Sight. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I will see y'all in the next one. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Love After Lockup review, y'all. Okay, so the episode starts off with us actually meeting a new couple, Shonda and Tyrese. Tyrese is a 49-year-old engineer, and he sees himself as a catch. Player, all right? He is into 28-year-old Shonda, who he has only been talking to for 2.5 months, y'all. And he likes her because she's sweet and she got a big old ass. Okay, those were his words, not mine, okay? He goes shopping for her with his best friend, who, an older black lady, probably his same age, who thinks that Shonda is using him for his money. Okay, he has 3 grown children, seemingly, that he has not told about this relationship. Yeah, we're gonna see how this how this all happens. So then we got Christiana accepting John's proposal, y'all. Y'all know that he proposed to her as soon as she got out of prison. They've only been dating for 3 months, okay? He takes her to the park where the truck is, where they're supposed to go through this Native American ritual to get married. And then they're supposed to consummate that marriage on the back of a truck with some curtains hanging up around them. Like, what about the wind? Is the wind not gonna blow the curtains? Like, okay, fine, whatever. So they only have like a little bit of time before they have to get her to y'all know, wherever they go to stay after they get out, okay? They have to stay there for a little while and, abide by those folks' rules, and you will get put back in prison if you don't get there by the time that they have designated for you to get there, okay? So he has a dress for her. He eyeballed it. He was wrong, okay? She can't fit into the dress. She now has to put her clothes back on. Then they have 8 minutes to go through the ceremony. And in this 8 minutes, she now has to, like, decide what she's going to do. If she's going to marry a man that she barely knows, she physically just met him, she's only been dating him for 3 months. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it feels as if she's being rushed into the situation. She's not comfortable. The more things start to happen, the more she doesn't know if she's doing the right thing. I mean, she's worried about the ritualistic aspect of it. She's a Christian. Like, I love when people throw that they're a Christian out there. I ain't getting out of prison. I'm a Christian. I don't know about all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Wish you had that thought when you were doing whatever you did to get put in jail, but whatever. Anyway, child, I don't know if she gonna go through with it. If I was her, I wouldn't go through with it. Y'all are rushing it. Why? Like, y'all haven't even been talking to each other for that long. It'd be different if they had been talking to each other for years or something like that, but it's only been 3 months, and you're rushing this woman who hasn't even gotten acclimated to being out of jail all the way yet. I mean, she's barely been out of jail for a few hours, and you're rushing her to get married. Like, it just seems like a lot. And I feel like because she probably doesn't have many options, she feels like this might be her best bet at, having some semblance of a easy transition into, life, having somebody there to support her. So yeah, I don't know what she's gonna do, but I would say no. Maurice and Jessica, y'all, he has to go to LA for parole, right? and him and Jessica are on their way to an Airbnb so that they can have sex, because that's, you know, the main objective here is to get somewhere so he can bang that thing out, because it's been 2 years since they had sex, okay? And she's trying to have children. He's trying to have children. He's trying to have a son specifically, okay? They have a house in Vegas and they want to go and live in their home, so they have to get his parole switched from LA to Vegas. He was thinking of just going to Vegas without telling them, but his aunt, who he was on the phone with while he was having this conversation, was like, yeah, if you want to end up in jail, go ahead and do that. But if you want to stay out, just do what the people tell you to do, okay? So yeah, they go to the Airbnb and he proceeds to wear out the cat. Y'all, then we see Lindsay and Scott. Scott goes to prepare for Lindsay's arrival, for her getting out of jail. So he goes to buy some steak dinners and purchase a limo, you know, for her retrieval, to give her, you know, a great welcome out of jail. He's already spent like $25,000 on her, and he hasn't been keeping track of the money because, you know, he has it like that. So why not just spend it to, you know, no end? So in order to make this girl feel great about getting out of jail, shall I guess? He ends up getting his car declined when he tries to rent the limo. He, you know, switches some money around, hands him a different car, child, I don't know. And then boom, bow, pow, he's driving to pick Lindsay up in a limo. And I'm just kind of like, you can put as much sugar on shit as you like, but we still wondering how she gonna feel about him once they see each other in person. Because for a lot of them, once they see each other in person and they realize they don't look the same as the pictures they posted, it's a situation, okay? So Chevelle and Quayline, y'all know Chevelle and Quayline's mom had a disagreement in the car on the way to the hotel that they're staying in overnight before they go and pick up Quayline from prison in the morning, okay? The mom wants Quayline to come to Texas, where the rest of his family is, so that he can get acclimated to being out of prison around people that can support him, instead of him being in some relationship trying to play daddy and husband to Chevelle's ass, okay? He really needs to be focusing on getting his life together, and that type of responsibility might be too stressful for him, especially when he can just go and be with his mom and, you know, get a job, get his life together, and ease into the situation. Like, I totally see where his mom is coming from, but Chevelle is, you know, like a teenager that's being told she can't have something. He's a grown man, and if we want to be together, I want him for myself, and all of this type of shit. And I just kind of feel like you're gonna get somebody who is not going to be what you need or what you want at the end of the day, because he is still a child, okay? Everybody knows that however old you were when you went in jail, that's the age you come out as, until you are able to catch up mentally, especially when you go in there young. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the mama feel like he is not ready or prepared to be somebody's stepdaddy and somebody's husband. He needs to figure out how to be a man all on his own, you know? But Chevelle still feels like, you know, Quayline is going to stay with her. And I just don't believe that. And I don't think that's the best option either. I think he should go with his mother. And I think after the conversation they have on this episode, where the mom just tries to explain where she's coming from, Chevelle understands, because she's also a mother. So she gets it. But at the same time, she's selfish because she wants Quayline to herself. And she's very excited to have sex with him. So they go to get him out of jail. It's snowing, it's freezing cold, and they're standing outside, shivering, jumping up and down in anticipation for Quayline walking out of prison. And lastly, y'all, Sean and Destiny. So Sean is making Destiny some homemade tacos, okay, to put into a little lunch bag to give to her once she gets out of prison, because she's been talking about how much she misses tacos, okay? He says he hasn't done anything like this for any of his other girlfriends. I said, well, we know for damn sure you didn't do it for your baby mama who done had 6 children for you, because she told us last week. All right, like, what do you want, a fucking cookie for making tacos for a bitch? You could have brought her to Taco Bell and she could have had them hoes hot instead of cold, but whatever. He's nervous about how she's gonna look, because she admitted that she's gained some weight since she took the pictures that he saw of her, okay? So when he goes to pick her up, it's awkward, you know. He tries to pick her up. She tells him, don't try to pick me up, you're gonna hurt your back. It's very awkward, y'all. It's very weird. But they do hug each other, and she seems happy to see him. She says he does look older than the pictures, okay? So she's a little fatter, he's a little older. Either way, y'all should be happy, because it's not a catfish, okay? So they get in the car together, and she starts to eat the taco. She's so happy to see him, and apparently he's still hiding something from her. I'm not sure what he's hiding, Okay, but I do think he's weird. Yeah. Y'all, he's weird. Their relationship, like, I'm nervous about it. A lot of these older men with these younger girls, and I also just like personally watching Sean. I don't like the way Sean moves. Like, I feel like Sean is somebody that just likes to move along so that he doesn't have the same responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, move on to something new because new is easy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how this relationship is actually going to pan out for any of these people, really. For definitely for Chevelle and Quayline, child. That was hard to say. Lizzie and Scott for sure. Maurice and Jessica seem to be honestly the most suitable relationship. They're married already. They already seem to like each other, even though Jessica joked that she feels he married her for the conjugal visits. Okay. Yeah. We'll see how it all pans out, y'all. But that was Love After Lockup. Not really much going on there. So this will probably be a part of another video. Okay? Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.